filming on Staten Island, which is somewhat less glamorous than being at the Berlinale. So she's really mortified that she can't be here, genuinely. As is Kristen, who's in Thailand.
Thank you. On your very right, please.
Hello, this is Pier Paolo from Italy, on your right. Summit is trying to persuade Stephenie Meyer to write another book of Twilight Saga. Can we say you're done with Edward after Breaking Dawn Part 2, or you consider the offer? And to Christina Ricci, would you consider a perfect DVD night watching the Twilight Saga? Thank you.
I think I can answer for Christina as well. Of course you will.
Of course. Yes. Your turn.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be curious what Stephenie would write. I mean, I just think I'd probably be too old by the time they're getting. I'm already too old. But yeah, it might be kind of interesting. It'd be funny they recast me with, like, one of my competition.
Thank you. Next question on the left, somewhere. Yeah.
Hello, I'm Ingela from Sweden. I wanted to ask the directors, we have seen a lot of historical films in this Berlin Festival about an anti-revolution, maybe Danish film yesterday, and Chinese film start of the revolution, and a lot of other interesting films. So why do we get this film from you right now? It is a special time for this kind of films with some of the turning points in history?
I think it's important. Sometimes in order to examine yourselves, you need to go away. I've discovered I can make great theatre sometimes. Well, I try to make good theatre in Russian and in French, in different languages. Very often, it's very good to examine yourself by going to another period. Do you know, I'm not actually that interested in Paris in 1890. What I'm interested in is now. But it's very good to use that world to talk about ourselves. Because if the film is about people who are dead and past political problems and past feelings or past things, then it's boring. It's not a classic. To be really classic, it has to be about now. And I think you can say more outrageous and more subtle things implicitly through the mask of the other, if that makes any sense. So to actually go through the frame of history, it's not you're not escaping into a comfy world, and I should be horrified if that was happening. I mean, of course, one can do that into some kind of gemütlich kind of historical coziness, but to actually go to that world so that you can actually say things about how we are now, and probably, sadly, how we will maybe always be.
Thank you. And the last question, please, on the left.
Patrick Zwerger, Ankart, Austria. Mr. Pattinson, in this movie, nearly every girl had a crush on you. So, do it feel like real life when making this movie? And what do you think about the many girls waiting outside the Berlinale Palace in the cold? Do you also feel a little bit uncomfortable with it, or are you glad to be in this situation? Thank you.
I guess there's different levels of reality. I don't really think. For some reason, when I first read the script, I did kind of feel like that was my reality. but now it's changed. Is it? Yeah, I mean, I guess it's really nice. It's strange having such a kind of pretty much single-sex audience a lot of the time. But it's great. I mean, they've been incredibly loyal. The people who initially liked me or liked Twilight, whatever, and they, people go to watch other movies and enjoy them. So I think I have been incredibly lucky with Twilight and the audience. But they're incredibly determined, and they'll come. I mean, like the audience outside here was from everywhere. People come from Thailand, like to stand out in the cold there. I mean, I can't relate on any level, but it's definitely very nice.
Okay, so I would like to thank you all for being here, and thank you for your movie. Thank you very much.